Your cat does strange things that you write off as feline quirks, but in reality, a message is hidden behind every action. Scientists have studied feline behavior for decades and discovered shocking reasons for the most common habits. 16 strange things cats do and what they actually mean. And the last one about sudden jumping will definitely surprise you. First, why does a cat knead you with its paws like dough? This ritual is called the milk tread and comes from infancy, when a kitten kneaded its mother's belly to stimulate milk. An adult cat does this when it feels absolutely happy, safe, and loved. As in childhood, it literally returns to the state of a kitten next to its mother. This is the highest compliment. Kneading triggers the release of endorphins and plunges the cat into a state of bliss. Claws are released involuntarily. It does not want to cause pain. It is a reflex. The harder a cat kneads, the happier it is at that moment next to you. Some cats drool while doing this. This is also a sign of an infantile state. If a cat needs you, it considers you its mother who provides safety. You should not interrupt this ritual. You will destroy a moment of absolute trust. Put a blanket on your lap if the claws get in the way, and enjoy the confession of love. A cat that never needs may not have reached that level of comfort with you. Second, why does a cat bring you dead mice and birds? Your cat considers you an untalented hunter who will die of hunger without its help. It has never once seen you catch prey and decided to take your training into its own paws. First, it brings dead prey. For beginning students, this is the first level. Then it might bring half-alive prey so that you can practice killing on your own. If you scream and throw the gift away, the cat thinks you are a completely hopeless case. It tried, hunted, and carried the prey across the entire yard, and you did not appreciate it. In the wild, mother cats teach kittens to hunt exactly like this, by bringing prey. Your cat has assigned you the status of its big, clumsy kitten. This is an act of love and care, not an attempt to scare or punish you. Praise it with your voice, pet it, and then quietly remove the gift. It wants to feed you and save you from starvation. This is touching. Third, why does a cat knock things off the table onto the floor? This is not mischief or revenge. The cat is conducting a scientific experiment in physics. It is studying gravity, the trajectory of a fall, and the sound of various objects hitting the ground. The paw is the main tool for learning about the world, and the cat touches everything to understand its properties. An object that falls is interesting. It moves, makes a sound, and changes position. Cats in nature check prey this way, whether it is dead or pretending. Your pen on the table passed the liveliness test and turned out to be non-living. Also, a cat may drop objects to get your attention when you are ignoring it. It knows that a fall causes a reaction and uses this knowledge. Another reason is clearing the territory of extra clutter. In its opinion, the cat believes the table should be empty for comfortable lying and viewing. Do not scold it. It does not understand the value of your things and does not mean any harm. Fourth, why does a cat meow at a closed door? A closed door is a personal insult to a cat that considers the entire apartment its territory. It does not want to go inside. It wants the door to be open and provide the opportunity to enter. Control over territory is more important than the actual use of every room. The cat must know what is happening everywhere and have access at any moment. A closed door creates anxiety. There might be danger or a resource there that it is missing. You open it, it looks in, makes sure everything is fine, and leaves. This is not mockery. This is an inspection of the territory that you interrupted with a closed door. The cat meows because you violated its right to free movement and control. In nature, cats patrol their territory several times a day, checking the boundaries. A closed door is as outrageous as a fence in the middle of its domain. Leave the doors slightly ajar or install cat doors for peace of mind. Fifth, why does a cat bury food it hasn't finished? This is an ancient instinct to hide prey from other predators and scavengers. In nature, a cat does not eat all its prey at once and hides the remains for later. Burying hides the smell, which can attract competitors or larger predators. Your cat does not know that there are no other predators in the apartment. The instinct works automatically. If it scratches the floor around the bowl, it is trying to bury the food in non-existent earth. This can also mean that it does not like the food and wants to hide it like waste. Cats bury feces for the same reason, to hide the smell from predators. And if the food sits for a long time, the cat may start to treat it as rotten prey. Fresh food in small portions solves the problem of fastidiousness and burying. Remove unfinished food after 20 minutes and give fresh food later. The instinct to bury will not disappear. It has been written in the DNA by millions of years of evolution. Sixth, why does a cat suddenly run around the apartment like crazy? This is called zoomies, or the frantic 5 minutes, a sudden release of accumulated energy. In nature, cats hunt in short, intense bursts and then rest for hours. A domestic cat does not hunt, and energy builds up without an outlet to a critical mass. Then an explosion occurs. It runs, jumps, and knocks over objects as if possessed by a demon. The pupils dilate, the fur stands on end, and the tail puffs up. This is not a disease. After the zoomies, the cat falls and falls asleep instantly. The energy is spent. If zoomies happen at night, the cat lacks daytime activity and play. 15 minutes of active play in the evening will move the zoomies to a convenient time. A cat without zoomies may be ill or too depressed to express energy. This is healthy behavior that shows the cat has enough vital strength. Enjoy the zoomies. This is the cat in its wildest and freest state. Seventh, why does a cat sit exactly on what you are reading? Your attention is directed at a book or a laptop. The cat sees that you are not looking at it. It sits between you and the object of attention to redirect your gaze to itself. This is not jealousy in the human sense. This is a demand for priority. The cat considers itself more important than any book and does not understand why you think otherwise. A warm laptop is an extra bonus, but the main thing is your attention. Paper and screens have your scent from frequent touching. The cat goes to a familiar smell. Also, the flat surface of a book or keyboard is comfortable for lying. The cat does not understand the concept of work or reading. For it, you are just looking at a dead object. It is saving you from this meaningless activity and offering itself as an alternative. Set aside a place for it next to the workspace, a box, or a bed. It might agree to a compromise if it feels included. Eighth, why does a cat drink water from the tap and not from the bowl? Flowing water in nature is safer than standing water. This is an instinct that has saved cats for thousands of years. Standing water can be contaminated, while flowing water is constantly renewed and carries oxygen. Your cat does not know that the water in the bowl is clean. Instinct tells it to drink from a stream. The sound of running water attracts attention and indicates a fresh source. A bowl near food causes subconscious disgust. Prey contaminates water nearby. Place the water in another room, and the cat will start drinking more readily. A drinking fountain mimics a stream and increases water consumption twofold. Cats that drink little suffer from kidney diseases. This is the main killer of the species. A wide bowl is important. Whiskers should not touch the edges while drinking. Change the water every day. The cat senses stagnant water and avoids it. Respect the instinct and create conditions that correspond to it. Ninth, why does a cat rub against the corners of furniture and your legs? On a cat's face are glands that secrete pheromones, a personal chemical signature. When it rubs, it leaves its scent and claims ownership. The corner of the cabinet becomes its corner. Your leg becomes its property. This is also a collection of information. It smells what others have left and overwrites it with its own. Rubbing against your legs after you return home is the restoration of the scent mark. You brought in alien smells. and they need to be urgently covered by a familiar aroma. This is the highest form of acceptance. It includes you in its territory as a part. A cat that does not rub against you does not consider you part of its world. After rubbing, it feels calmer. The territory is marked and under control. Guests without its scent cause stress until they are marked. Allow the cat to rub. It does not want to get you dirty. It wants to claim you. 10th. Why does a cat show you its bottom? A raised tail and demonstrating the rear part is the highest compliment in the feline world. Kittens greet their mother this way. Adult cats greet trusted friends this way. This is an invitation to sniffing, a way of exchanging information between cats. Your cat does not know that humans do not sniff bottoms and is doing you an honor. It shows a vulnerable part of the body, which means complete trust. Turning away from another creature and showing the back is a sign of lack of fear. The cat literally says, "I am not afraid that you will attack from behind." If you pet a cat and it raises its bottom, it is asking to continue. The base of the tail is an erogenous zone with many nerve endings. Accept this strange compliment. The cat has grown up and will not change its manners. It expects you to appreciate the trust rather than turn away in disgust. 11th. Why does a cat chew plastic bags and wires? The crunch of plastic is similar to the crunch of prey bones and triggers the hunting instinct. Some bags contain animal fat in the composition, which the cat senses with its nose. Chewing can also be a sign of stress, boredom, or lack of stimulation. Wires look like the tails of mice or snakes, ideal prey for hunting. This is a dangerous behavior that can lead to choking or electric shock. Remove the bags and protect the wires with a corrugated pipe or bitter anti-chew sprays. Give the cat safe alternatives for chewing, cat grass or special toys. Check if there is a deficiency in the diet. Sometimes chewing strange objects speaks of a lack of minerals. Regular games significantly reduce the need for destructive behavior. The cat is not being naughty. It is trying to satisfy needs in the wrong way. Your task is to offer the right alternative for chewing and hunting. 12th. Why does a cat meow at 3 o'clock in the morning? Cats are crepuscular hunters. The peak of activity naturally falls at dawn and sunset. 3 o'clock in the morning is the time when cats in nature go out to hunt. The domestic cat has not reset its biorhythms over several thousand years of domestication. It wakes up full of energy and does not understand why you are sleeping. Meowing is an attempt to wake the pack for a joint hunt or play. Also, it may want to eat. Small portions before bed help. An automatic feeder set for 3 o'clock in the morning solves the problem of hungry meowing. Active games before your sleep exhaust the energy until morning. Ignoring the night meowing is the only way to break the habit. If you get up, the cat understands that meowing works and continues. Thick curtains create darkness and shift the dawn activity. The cat is not mocking you. It is living by its biological clock. 13th. Why does a cat sit in a box that is clearly too small for it? A box creates a feeling of security. The walls protect from all sides except the entrance. In nature, cats sleep in shelters where a predator cannot attack unnoticed. A small box is better than a large one. Fewer directions for attack need to be controlled. Touching the walls on all sides calms like a hug or a swaddle for a baby. Stress in cats in shelters is halved if they are given a box for shelter. This is called contact comfort. Pressure on the body relaxes the nervous system. The temperature in the box is higher due to the preservation of body heat. Cats love warmth. Cardboard is also pleasant for claws and has an interesting smell. A box in the middle of the room is an ideal ambush for hunting passing legs. Do not throw away boxes. For a cat, this is a most valuable resource. Even a square drawn on the floor attracts cats. A boundary is important to them. 14th. Why does a cat stare into empty space as if it sees a ghost? A cat sees and hears what is inaccessible to you. Ultraviolet light, ultrasound, micro movements, a speck of dust in a beam of light, a spider in the corner of the ceiling, a mouse in the wall. It notices all of this. Its vision is adapted to hunting in the twilight and catches the slightest movement. Hearing catches frequencies up to 65,000 hertz. You hear a maximum of 20,000. It hears the electricity in the wires, a mouse 3 rooms away, or the neighbor's cat on the street. When a cat looks into a corner, there is something there. You just cannot perceive it. Perhaps an insect too small for your eyes or a sound too high. Cats also see in the ultraviolet spectrum, which is completely inaccessible to humans. Urine traces, patterns on flowers, some insects, all this glows for it. It does not see ghosts. It sees a reality that is wider than yours. Trust its reaction. If it is tense, there may be a reason. 15th. Why does a cat lick you? When a cat licks you, it recognizes you as a member of its family and grooms you like a fellow cat. Mutual licking in cats is called allo-grooming, a ritual of strengthening social bonds. A mother cat licks kittens. Adult cats lick each other. It is a sign of acceptance. Your cat has included you in the inner circle and cares for you like a relative. The rough tongue is a tool for cleaning fur and removing parasites. The cat is literally trying to clean you and put you in order according to its standards. Also, it applies its scent and collects yours for mixing a family aroma. Licking after your return is the removal of alien smells from your skin. If a cat licks intensely, perhaps it feels your stress and is trying to calm you down. This can also be a manifestation of anxiety. Compulsive licking requires attention. The salty taste of your skin is pleasant to it, but the main thing is an act of love. Accept the strange compliment. You are officially a member of the cat family. 16th. Why does a cat suddenly jump on you from an ambush? You are walking past the sofa, and suddenly the cat jumps out at you like a predator on prey. This is not aggression and not an attempt to scare you. This is pure hunting instinct in a playful form. In nature, cats sit for hours in ambush, waiting for the moment when the prey is in the attack zone. Your moving legs trigger the ancient program of the hunt. An object moves, which means it needs to be caught. The cat does not distinguish between play and a real hunt on an instinctive level. The reaction is the same. An ambush from around the corner, from under the sofa, from a box. This is the practice of skills that saved its ancestors. It does not want to cause pain. Claws are usually retracted or partially released for grabbing. After the jump, the cat often lets go and runs away. This is the completion of the hunting cycle. Caught and let go. If it does this too aggressively, it lacks other ways to vent its hunting energy. Regular active games with fishing rods and balls will redirect the instinct to toys. Do not scold it for ambushes. Praise it and switch it to suitable prey. A cat that sets up ambushes is a healthy cat with live instincts. It has simply chosen you as its favorite partner in hunting games.